Hey guys, this is Sean with Bracket Bros, and we're gonna do a install today. We got a 2024 Ford Bronco Heritage Edition, and we're gonna do a battery deck install and a amp step module bracket. So we're gonna get started. So this is your bracket. This is a white Group 94. First step you're gonna do is usually disconnect your battery. These factory have a nice plastic cover over the positive side, so I'm not going to worry about disconnecting the battery for this install. But usually that would be the first step, is just disconnect your batteries. Second thing to look for is that this battery tie down. It's a factory battery tie down, and it is a very, very slim one. So if you're going to grab your 94 bracket, you're going to set it over the battery. You're going to notice that there is some rocking back and forth. It's just because the center of it's hitting that factory tie down. So in your kit, you're going to get 3 different sizes, but we're going to use the smallest ones that we have, which is this size right here. So first thing we want to do is space out this bracket so you have an even weight distribution around the entire bracket. So you're going to flip it over, and you're going to want to really hit your outermost points on this. So we're going to try for next to the mounting slots here, and in between up here, and that way you have all your slots are still available to use if you want to add anything later on. I'm going to set this here and grab your smallest ones. You're going to pull your adhesive off, and we're going to go right center top. Grab your next one, and the next two we're going to try to go as far as we can off to the side next to your mounting slots. But you keep everything open. Okay. And you can see that we just kept it as off to the side as far as we could, and that way it doesn't impede any of your slots in case you want to add accessories. So let's go ahead and dry fit it back on the battery, and you can see it's evenly distributed now. The next step is that since we are doing a amp module mount with this, factory amp wants you to tuck the module down in the wire bundle here, and they want you to zip tie it, but we're going to install it to our battery deck for a clean look. So when you buy the amp module bracket, it's going to come with maybe not this spacer, but something similar. So you're going to have your bracket, and then it looks something similar to this. And what that's just going to do is that's just going to even out the pressure along this amp module. So we're going to dry fit that again on the bracket. You can see having that pad on there just distributes the weight better. Bracket, and that's about all that amp's going to let you do, because the bundle, the way that they want you to route this, which you could probably route it a little differently if you wanted to mount this module somewhere else on here, it would be possible. So at this point, that's about looks good to me. So that's about where it's going to go. So you're going to grab some of your hardware, and you're going to use the shorter carriage bolts. To the bottom, and then you're going to do a washer and install your nut. And just hand tighten it just so it catches. You got that part on, so you're going to grab your other one. And grab your other washer. And your nut. You can just hand tighten this. And you got an 30-second socket. And what I'm doing, I'm just putting a little bit of pressure on the bottom of that carriage bolt just so it grips. Okay. It's loose enough you can make little adjustments to kind of straighten it out. So that's pretty much how it's going to look. And with it installed, you pretty much have all the areas still up here if you want to do your relays, or if you have some aux beams or switch pros or any other accessories. This leaves it completely open. So the last step would be to actually hold this down to the battery. In your kit, you're going to get 2 tie downs, 2 lock washers, and 2 flat washers. So with these guys, usually on any battery, there's going to be either you're going to grip the top of the battery lip, or some of them have straps. You can keep your strap if you want, or most of the time if you're going to be installing something like this, you're going to be taking the strap off. So you pull the strap off, either grip the bottom of the battery cap, or you're going to grip around where the strap used to be. So on this Group 94, we're going to go right underneath the cap. Problem, Michael. Use your flat washer, lock washer, and we're just going to hand tighten this. You can get the other side started. I drop my flat washer. Grab one. And what I'm doing, I'm just holding it in place with my finger down there. And you're going to tighten these just enough so the split washer crushes. And you can usually accomplish this just by using your hands. Once you see that they're crushed down, and then that's it. And of course you can line up the mounting, but I just kind of show that you can use any of the 3 slots when it comes time to mounting. And then if you need to move it over, Just loosen them up. And you can just make your adjustments. Lock washer is crushed. Lock washer is crushed. And now you have a rigid setup. And you got all this space up here for anything else you want to add, relays, bus bars, or whatever accessories you guys are running. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and just email us or give us a call if you guys have any questions, or if you have any custom designs that you guys need, custom batteries, you know, just send us over an email. Thank you.